Gazzy, congratulations, through to the next round. Given a tough examination there by the debutant, how did you find that?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. In my words, I just couldn't be asked to get up there. It was weird. Like, I just had a funny feeling. I just rather be in the house. Like, it's weird.
Look, is it hard to play someone that you don't know? Obviously, for the last 3 months, you've been playing the Premier League boys week in, week out. You know what you're going to get. Is it tougher when you don't know your opponent?
I don't know. I never think about my opponent. You know, I just concentrate on my own game. But I don't know what it is. The last couple of months, I just haven't been mentally with it, and just going through the motions. Like,
how do you put that right then? Because we know when you are focused, you're a danger to win anything. So how do you kind of put that right?
Get the farm finished. You know, I've got things going on at home that like distracting me a little bit, and yeah, as soon as things go to plan A and things start moving, because sometimes it's a good distraction and it can just keep you away from darts a little bit, but I've got a little bit too much going on at home and a little bit too many distractions. But yeah, when I'm away, I don't want to be away. I want to be home, and I want things to be happening around the farm and around the planning that I've got going on. So when I turn up, I can't be bothered to be there, and it shouldn't be that way. Like,
obviously, the match play is not far away. Is things like that going to be sorted in time for the match play?
No, I mean literally, it's. I hope it does, but when the match play is 3-4 weeks away, something like that. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. The planning's only just about going in, and it's a little bit frustrating. You know, I won't go too deep in that, but it's my mind's not where it needs to be at the minute. Where it was at the Premier League at the beginning of the season, that it was fully focused. But yeah, I need to try and sort my focus out a little bit more with darts, which is an important part of the year. Like.
Look, obviously we know it's been a good year today. You went on the European tour again, and we know that big title was only around the corner. Is it frustrating that you haven't quite captured that yet?
Yeah, but the Premier League this year is an hard slog, and I've missed 90% of Pro Tours, and it doesn't help. The Pro Tours and the Europeans, the bread and butter. That's what keeps you sharp. And last week I didn't play too bad in the European or the Pro Tours, but you need to get results, and I need to be playing in those more often than not, and I definitely will next year.
As a city, how do you like New York? We've seen you've been sightseeing a little bit. Is this one of your favourite stops on the World Series?
No, not really. My missus loves it. Once you've done New York once, twice, 3 times, it's like. You know what it gets. Like, same as anywhere, really. Once you've been there 2 or 3 times, it's like gets a little bit of a slog. But I'm happy to come away. I'm happy to play darts. But like I said, my concentration is 100% in darts at the minute, and it should be. But it's not like.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Gerwyn, congratulations. You mentioned New York City. And it's your 4th time coming here. What's your favorite food that you get when you're here? Is there anything you look forward to?
It's the same as I get back home, which is like any Japanese food. So ramen, gyozas, anything to do with Japanese food.
So you talked about your mental game not being there. You're in New York City. How do you focus just for tomorrow and see if you can get that?
At the minute, I'm just going through emotions. I'm just turning up. I haven't practiced a lot over the last couple of weeks. The Premier League has been finished for 4 or 5 weeks. I'll probably pick the darts up 2 or 3 times, and that's probably just before tournaments. So, yeah, my games are in the best place at the minute. My mentality is in the approach to games is not in the best place, but hopefully over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, it'll get better.
You are the only player that's played in all 8 of the US Darts Masters.
And I have won one, so not very good.
Well, how has it grown here in North America in that time frame from the first one you had in Vegas all the way to now tonight?
No, it's amazing. To be playing in Vegas, to be playing in Madison Square Garden. I think next year the crowd's going to be even bigger. I think we're moving into a bigger arena here as well. So yeah, it's just getting massive, and especially with it going on to ESPN as well. It's only going to make it even better. So yeah, whoever's involved in this tournament over the next couple of years, it's just going to be massive.
Yeah, you're now an ESPN athlete, which is pretty cool.
I class myself as an athlete. I actually do.
Well, cheers, Jesse.
No worries.
Congrats on the win. Like he kind of said, next year the idea is kind of floating around that this could be moved to the big MSG. You're great in the Premier League. You love playing in front of big crowds. Does that excite you? Does that kind of up in the stakes for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's great to play in Madison Square Garden, but to be in one of the sort of back rooms, yeah, it's still nice. But when you get in the main arena, the most iconic part of of Madison Square Garden, it makes it even more special. So if I'm here next year and I'm in that room, then yeah, I'll be proud of that.
And you've had a couple of deep runs in this tournament before the last couple of years. Is that kind of in the back of your mind that you really want to get the next step and kind of lift the title?
Yeah, definitely. I want to win every tournament I'm in. You know, I don't just turn up and not expect to win. My focus might not be right, but I still expect myself to win. You know, I know sometimes my mental strength or like my mental game is not there sometimes, but I still believe that the talent can get me through. So even though today was probably rubbish for me, tomorrow can be a different day, and I'm still confident I can go win this tournament.
And as a player, you always want to win, but do you feel that kind of getting battle tested today could help you tomorrow as you go against some of the PDC guys?
I don't really think I was tested. I think that I let myself down in my game. You know, I missed a lot of opportunities, especially the one leg to go 3-0 up. And yeah, he took out a 1-1-2 or a 1-1-3, and that's been happening to me for the last couple of weeks, and I expected it to go. But at the end of the day, I backed it up and I still won. But yeah, I need to improve if I'm going to win this tournament, because that was quite rubbish.
Thank you.
Last couple, Connor.
Hi Gerwyn, thanks for your time. You said that your focus and your mindset is not where you'd like it to be, but how important could this tournament be? Because if you did go on to lift the trophy tomorrow, that sends a message to your rivals that when your focus is not there, you're still beating them to lift trophies.
Yeah, but I mean, no disrespect, but these events I'm here to win, but they're like small exhibitions. You know, I really want to be winning ranking events. I want to win the match play. I want to win, you know, the Grand Prix. I want to win the Grand Slam. I want to win the World Championship. These are just little warm-up events for those. And you know, as much as I love being involved in these, you know, the ranking events are my priority. And yeah, I'd love to go and win this because it gives me a boost of confidence moving on. And you know, the match play so close. But yeah, if I don't, then I get back on the horse and try and get my focus right.
And what's the atmosphere like over there? Obviously, you've been, I think, 8 of these now, but with the World Cup of football over there, is it different compared to what it normally is?
No, I think tonight was pretty good. You know, it's usually first rounds are quite quiet, but today I thought it was pretty decent, especially when the home favourite was, you know, hitting some good shots out. So yeah, it was a good atmosphere, but just one that I'm glad I get through.
And just final one from me, we saw Nick Kenny represent Wales at you pulled out the World Cup. What did you make of his performance? He seemed to represent Wales quite well with Johnny Clayton.
To be honest, sure, I didn't watch much of it. Like I said, my focus, you know, when I'm not playing darts and you know, I didn't play in the World Cup, I was focusing on things I had to do back home, so I didn't watch too much of it. I seen when Wales were obviously 4-0 up, I think, or 3 or 4-0 up against England. Afterwards, after the game, I thought, oh, you know, they let a chance slip there, but I've seen replays of a few games, but live matches I never watched it.